Paint Waffles, and today we're going to be doing a stream of Palia. So if you want no spoilers, well, you're too late because here's Palia. I guess my biggest question for this game, as I'm playing it and kind of want to talk about, is this game a flash in the pan? Is it actually an MMO? Is it worth talking about? And that's kind of what I want to explore as we're playing today. I am using a controller. It does support controllers. I think that's because it's going to be on Nintendo Switch at some point. Not right now, but is coming to Nintendo Switch, but apparently not PS5 or Xbox, which is kind of a weird choice, but okay, we dig it. We'll allow it. So let's go drop off our fruit. Like, as y'all know, I very much disliked Animal Crossing, the new one. I loved the old Animal Crossing, but the old one was good. The new one just didn't have any staying power for me, really. Like, I got so bored of it so quick because it was just like, okay, that's it. That's all there is to it. You want me to talk to the same characters over and over and over again, and there's going to be nothing ever new or anything special. It's just the same thing over and over again. And like, I got Disney Dreamlight to play with Emmy, and it was the same thing where I was like, okay, it's kind of cool, but it's chore simulator, right? There's never anything really new or interesting. It's just log in, do the same boring chores over and over and over again until I don't even know until what. And just, I mean, that's the whole point of the game, right? So you can decorate your house maybe if you got some stuff, but there just didn't seem to be a whole lot of content. It's one of those, it's a mile long, but only an inch deep sort of games, right? So when I heard about this game, I was like, okay, it's going to be more of the same, right? It's going to be, there's a lot of stuff to do, but really not a lot of depth to it. And I've got I would say probably about 10 hours into the game right now, 10 to 15 hours. So not like super long, but it's been pretty enjoyable so far. I haven't gotten bored of it yet. I have lots of quests still to do. You see there's lots of villagers still to talk to. And when you do get bored of doing something, there's always something more to do, right? So you go out harvesting copper, which we see down here. So we need the copper, so we're going to harvest the copper. And when I get bored of harvesting copper, I can go harvest trees. And when I'm bored of that, I can go hunting. And when I'm bored of that, I can go fishing. And when I'm bored of that, I can go bug hunting. And when I'm bored of that, I can go raise crops. And when I'm bored of that, I can go exploring. So there's definitely a lot more to it than I thought there would be. Like Disney Dreamlight Valley, again, I'm gonna pick on Dreamlight Valley because Dreamlight Valley seems like a terrible game. Like, it doesn't even feel like they were trying to make a game. It felt like they were trying to make a cash grab. Like, you explore the main couple areas, you unlock a few other ones, but the areas are so small, there's nothing to explore, right? And everyone sees the same area, and you get bored of it in like 10 minutes. This, so far, I haven't even explored all the areas. I found some hidden nook and crannies. I found some different secret areas where, like, resources spawn. There's rare mobs to find. So far, I have not gotten bored with that, which is, it's nice. It's nice that there's a lot to do. I haven't gotten very far, though, so it could very well be that I'll find myself bored of it eventually. But as of so far, nothing too boring yet. You do get these nice gliders. The gliders allow you to access certain areas to be able to get like rare treasure chests. Treasure chest hunting is a lot of fun. You've got relationships to build with characters who actually say different things, teach you different things, send you mail. So there's a lot more, already a lot more than Disney and Animal Crossing had to offer. I will say that for sure. You can see like, we've got the option to chat. We've got soup, so we're going to turn in the soup that we made. We can chat with him to boost up the friendliness and all of that. They've got interesting things to say. Secret mushrooms that only come out at night. Like, oh, interesting. That's actually like a useful tip for the game. And like, if you're used to old school games, this is, she wants a grilled meat every night, so grilled meat. lost my train of thought. I'm just waiting to see what kind of quest you have for me. We'll enjoy your soup, I guess. I haven't figured out, there's like 4 different elements you can answer your things with, but I don't know what those answers do yet. But so now I got a stove, I got a prep station. So now we can unlock ramen. We can get a mixing station here soon. We're going to have to up our cooking. That's another thing you do is cooking, of course. So there's a lot of content here. You can see Tish is some random person too. You can see that every time you go over here, it tells you like a little bit about them. So seems to love her job of making and selling quality furniture. And as we chat with them and this goes up, we'll unlock new things about them. There appears to be romance options, which I know that's some things that some people like. Emmy and I were talking about this the other day. Like people were complaining for Baldur's Gate and a little bit of. I'm going to use quote stronger language here, so be forewarned. I know I'm typically family friendly, but this was the topic we were talking about. There were people who were like legitimately upset at Baldur's Gate 3 about the breast slider and the butt slider and the private area sliders not being as robust as they wanted. And maybe I'm the weirdo here, but I have never once made a character in a game and been like, you know what? I really wish I could have this slider be more robust for those kind of features, right? Like, it seems like such a weird thing to complain about. Like, half the games, like, I know people who will make characters in Elder Scrolls, for example, and they'll spend hours and hours and hours making a character on Elder Scrolls. And then it's a first-person view game, right? Like, they're not even going to see their character. They're going to be hidden behind a helmet and the first-person view for basically the entirety of the game. So what difference does it make? I understand, like, what race you are in Elder Scrolls matters, and it changes, like, a few of your stats here and there, but, like, you're never going to see your character. What does it matter? So, I don't know. Apparently that's, like, the big complaint people have for Baldur's Gate right now, and I don't get it. You can see up in the top left-hand corner, I'm at level 3 mining, and as I'm mining, that'll go up. The pink bar is your focus. As you cook food and eat food, you get more focus, which means you level up faster, which is nice. You have the option of leveling up faster, but then you've got to participate in the other, activities to make those sort of things happen. So, again, it doesn't feel like it's a mile wide and an inch deep. It feels like there's actual thought put into this, and like, here's another one of the systems is I can grab this little thing and then you can go bug hunting. So bugs are all over the world and you hit them with little smoke bombs and then you can capture them and now you've got a bug collection. And so it's very easy that if you get bored of something, you just say, okay, I'm going to pop into something else right now because I just want to do something else right now. And it's really cool to let you seamlessly swap between it. And like Final Fantasy, the MMO, did that so well that, like World of Warcraft, if you're playing a warrior and you're like, you know what, I'm bored of warrior, I want to play a mage now, you have to go make a new character, and it's a whole thing. Whereas in Final Fantasy, you're like, you know what, I want to be a mage, okay, I equipped a weapon, now I'm a mage. Like, it's the same character, everything's all the same, and that is a very nice feature. The ability to just quickly switch between things at a whim is a very, very nice feature that I'm glad that they encountered. I just discovered this. Like, I don't know what this is just yet, but in the sewers here, there's like a restaurant sort of thing here. You've got tables, and those look like tablecloths, and there's like this, which is usually like for buying and selling things. Oh, I can. I didn't know I could buy. And so there's lucky coins, which gets you rare stuff at Zeke's machine, special wallpapers, fireworks, really expensive fireworks. So there's all sorts of neat little hidden things to explore, and I really appreciate that so far. I haven't found a whole lot. I haven't found a whole lot to complain about in the game, which, if you know anything about me, you know that usually I'm the first to find complaints in said games. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think they've got some solid bones here, and if they follow up on it and keep launching expansions and other things, I really feel like they've got something that could be a good MMO here. Like that's a fishing spot, so I can grab my fishing pole and reel in a rare fish. It just you swap so seamlessly here, there, back and forth. It's really awesome. The fishing, I'm not a huge fan of, honestly. You'll see in just a second here. So you got to wait for it to clip on, and then you hold down the trigger and it pulls it closer to you, and then you've got to keep the fish within the green bars here. Caught a gillyfin. So that's kind of so far in the game. Like I said, I haven't found a whole lot to complain about. I've kept active in it. I've just got to the part where like I just built my house, so I just finished building up the first like expansion of the house, and now I've got to unlock more by leveling up friendships and doing the next parts of all the quests and all that. So I'm kind of in a lull after I just complete like the first big quest. But honestly, I haven't been in a rush to complete the big quest because I've been enjoying doing the other stuff here too. And at some point you're going to use it, right? So like it doesn't feel like a waste if I want to sit here and mine my way up to level 10 mining for whatever reason. Like I'm going to use that at some point. So I know that I'm not just wasting my time leveling up my mining. There's going to be some purpose or point to having it leveled up at some point. Everything you collect is a recipe for something or useful in some way. There's another treasure chest that was just kind of hanging around out here. We actually just got worms. I've never had a worm before, so we might be able to hook the worm on here and see what difference that makes. Let's see if the worm gives me better quality or gives me a different fish I haven't caught. I really like seeing the other people too. Like Diablo 4 came out, obviously, and it's supposed to be a multiplayer game, but you rarely ever see anyone, right? So it's really nice. It's really nice to actually run into other players. Oh, that's the first time a fish has gone away from me. Okay, the worm made it harder there. I got a rarer fish. It's really nice to run into other players, especially when you're playing a multiplayer game, right? Like, I don't understand why Diablo made their game be online all the time, and then you never run into anyone else, right? Like, the whole point of playing multiplayer is you're supposed to run into other people, and when you don't get that, like, why did you make me do this? That was a good snipe on that deer. So you see I was fishing, now I'm hunting, now we're going to hunt a couple things because they're here, and I'm going to get the points for it, because we need to level up hunting, and I need money. I'm looking for copper ore, and I appreciate like your home base does give you some like resources, but a lot of the rarer resources you've got to come out here into the world, and so when you come out here into the world, boom, look, there's another person. And we can follow them and participate in their activities, and everything is completely shared. So, like, if this person and I both hit a mining node, we both get the mining node. You see, we both got that spice. Like, there's no, oh, well, you're mining with someone else, you have to split your resources between you two. No, nothing like that. It's just everyone gets full credit, which is really nice. The other game I was going to play today, I was thinking about, and I'm hoping there's some interest in this, because I was kind of thinking it could be fun. Diablo's out. Diablo 4. We talked about Diablo 4. Well, there's Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and Diablo 4. So I thought it would kind of be a fun challenge. Diablo's got a hardcore mode where when your character dies, that's it. Your character is dead. So I thought it'd be fun to try and like beat the entire game in hardcore mode. So like playing through game 1, never dying, play through game 2, never die, play through game 3, never die, play through game 4, never die, and use the same characters. Like you can be a sorcerer in all 4 games. So I thought it'd be like a really fun challenge mode is to go and try and beat all the games without ever dying in any of them, all one like continuous giant run. I think that could be a really fun challenge. So I was going to play some Diablo to see how feasible that challenge is. I remember Diablo 1 being decently challenging, but it's been a little while. So I don't know how hard it actually is to play the old school Diablo. It was surprising me though, like I was Googling around Diablo 1 a few questions as I was, thinking about this challenge and is this challenge doable? Will this challenge be fun? And there were a lot of people who were like, Diablo 1 tips. I've never played Diablo 1. Like, how do I play the game? How do I beat it? And it kind of amazed me that we've reached a point where before people play like a game, they'll do their pre-research. And there's nothing wrong with it. Let people play the game however they want to play it. But like, I played Diablo when I was like 7 and beat the game. Like, I didn't need guides. I didn't look it up online. I didn't have to think, oh, maybe I should question what's the best class. You just loaded up the game and started playing it, and if something went wrong, you dealt with it, and you started over, tried something new, changed weapons. Like, I do feel like a lot of mystery of games have been ruined by everyone expects to see the entirety of the game and like the trailers and all the extra stuff you put out and have everything spoiled for them, and like they're so concerned with like, I want to Google what's the best weapon to use because I don't want to accidentally use the wrong weapon. Like, what's wrong with accidentally using the wrong weapon? Like, enjoy it. Enjoy the game. You don't need to Google every aspect of the game, Alright, I think this should bring me home. My inventory's full, so it's time to dump off some stuff, sell some stuff, and figure out what it is we're exactly doing. I'm going to grab some water. Alright, money. Let's see what we got here. We can sell. Can't sell the pebble. Got some flour. Sell those 2 things. We'll keep the oil. Keep our food. Oh, there's not a whole lot there to sell. No mail. We're going to put our machines to work. So always, it's like always be cleaning, always be using your machines, right? Like, even if I don't need the resources now, I'm going to need them at some point, so I might as well put them to work because I know I'm going to use that somewhere, sometime, somehow. We can sell some of those moths, and then we need to go get some wood, so again, we can get the machines working again. I know I've said it like 3 times, but I do appreciate just how flawless it is, right? Like, there we go, we got that stuff going, now we're switching to chopping trees, and we're going to chop trees for a little bit to get the wood machine going. And then, I guess we should look at our, I guess the next thing we need to do is increase the value of our house. So we need to make some furniture or something to increase the value of our home. Feels very, it's not like Minecraft, but it just reminds me of Minecraft, just walking up and punching trees, just like punching trees all day long. And going, and going, and going. I do have something cool I want to kind of show off. Probably at the end of the stream, I'll show you the video, but I got another new camera. I don't necessarily need another camera. I know I have a lot of cameras, but check this out. This thing is the coolest thing. I know you've probably seen YouTube videos on it. I'm not promoted. This is not a promotion. The Instago 3. It looks like a GoPro, but the difference is this is actually the camera. Like that's how big the camera is, and it's fully magnetic on the back, so you can just stick it wherever you want to stick it, and off it goes. And how I plan to use it is it's got this cool hat mount, and you can just stick it in the hat mount, and boom, now it's recording whatever I see as like a point of view, and that's like a really cool. I do a lot of photography content, as y'all have seen. I like doing photography. I am a photographer, but it's hard to take video and take pictures, right? So if I want to show you kind of what I'm seeing as I'm going out to do photography, I can show you the pictures, but I want to be able to tell a story with it, right? So being able to see the moments leading up to the picture and see like, here's my point of view, here's the camera's point of view, here's the picture, seems like it would be a lot more of an exciting thing. So I'm really excited to get to play with that and do a little bit more. This is something unique, something special looking, All right, we need to make some torches and fences and folding screens, and we need regular wood for that. So let's go get some more wood. It's been a blast to use. We went to a circus. I posted some photos in the Discord earlier. If you're part of the Discord, you've seen those. If not, I might show you those later as well. But there was a circus in town. We got to take a lot of photos at the circus, and it was fun. And I don't know quite how I'm going to word this. Like, the circus itself, like, just the performance and the act was like a 9 out of 10. Like, they were professional, they were fun, they were entertaining, they were great. The chairs we sat in were the most uncomfortable chairs I've ever sat in my life. Like, my butt hurt after like 2 minutes, let alone the entire 1.5, 2.5 hour show. Emmy's here. Hydrate. Thank you, Emmy. So, we have the most uncomfortable chairs in the world we're sitting in, so that was frustrating. The chairs were so close together, it was like being tight, packed in like sardines. And then this was not their fault, but it kind of is. Like, it was 100 degrees that day, so we're all packed in tightly in uncomfortable chairs, sweating on each other because the tent has no AC, right? It's just a big tent. So we left at intermission. Mostly because I got the pictures I already needed, but because like I couldn't sit in that chair for one more minute. Like, it hurt so bad. They were so bad of chairs. So it was fun, and I enjoy it. It's just, it's hard to recommend because like the tickets were $80. We paid $80 for 2 people to go see the circus. And as Emmy pointed out to me when we were done, you can go see Cirque du Soleil for less than that. Cirque du Soleil, is just like one of the biggest well-known names in the industry, right? And their shows are incredible. If you ever get a chance to see Cirque du Soleil, you should definitely go see that, because that is an incredible experience all the way through. So again, I don't want to bash on them. I had fun and they were good. It's just, get some better chairs, yo. I get that you're traveling circus, so you have to work with what you got, but those chairs were just awful. Oh, this is another cool thing I want to show you. So when you make a recipe, you have a chance to be inspired and get a new recipe. So we got to make these things to unlock new recipes. So we just unlocked the log cabin garden cernic. So we're going to make some deer. And now we can learn to make some sort of plant, a bench. Let's grab the plant. Log cabin planter. So it's really cool. You can see my crafting is really low level because I haven't done a whole lot of crafting as of yet, but since I've got some resources, we need to raise the home value. Let's raise up our value a little bit. A log cabin coffee table. Make the coffee table. Hanging wall torch, that looks cool. We'll do a hanging wall torch. You just heard the rooster crowing, so the game is set on a timetable. It's not real time, but the world interacts with the time. So characters go to bed, characters go and do different things at different times. So it is interesting, and I appreciate that they have done that, but I also gotta tell you, it is super, super annoying to go see an NPC because you gotta do a quest and they're just not available. That they're sleeping, and you just have to sit there and wait for them to wake up. Again, realistic, I understand why it's there, but man, is that annoying. Let's see. We got a planter. Let's get the planter too. We made a whole bunch of stuff, so hopefully that is enough that we raised our home value, because that was our quest. Let's see, can we make the bed? No, we used up a lot of our resources. All right, so let's go place some of these. So let's partition off, make a little like bedroom right next to the kitchen, you know, full on millennial house here. We got to make do with what we got. Put that there. We'll put the planter on top. That looks very nice. Couch up against that window. And now we need a little bit of lighting in here. That's not a fire hazard at all. Let's put that fire hazard right there. Let's put our little friend right here. Look at that, he's got little googly eyes. Very cute. I got more treasure chests, so I'm going to stack those right here. Now my house is of appropriate value. Dexter's here. Welcome in, Dexter. How's it going? Turn the shabby eyesore into an even worse eyesore? Probably. I have surprise on it, so am I a citizen now? Do I get citizenship? What are you wearing? This is my dinosaur shirt. Let's see, I don't think you can see them very... You can kind of see it there. It's got cute little dinosaurs over it, and then this is my St. Waffles rosary. I love this shirt. It is super, super comfortable and adorable. And then suspenders, because I cannot wear a belt after my hernia surgery. So, all right, apparently we accepted some quests there. I was not reading what we were doing, so we need to fulfill weekly villager item requests and fill player requests. I look adorable in bright colors. I've seen you wear it before, but never questioned it. Let's see if I can get... See? Dinosaurs. It's one of my favorite shirts. And that's mostly because it fits me. It is so hard to find... It is so hard to find things that will fit me. So very, very hard. So when I can find something, I will do it. Alright, we gotta turn that quest in, and then we need to do player requests and talk to villagers and find out what they need. I don't know how to do player requests though, so we need to figure out how do we give the players what they want. I guess we'll go talk to villagers and find out what they want. Can we make, before we leave, do I have enough stuff to make tools? I'm low on arrows and smoke bombs. No, I gave away all my stuff. All right, let's go get some materials and find out what the people want. We're here for the people. I also think I got my voice mod working better. So it should sound better when I use my voice controller here. Now it's not loading, of course. Make me a liar. Why not? Why not? So we're looking out for copper. We need to talk to people and find out what they want. And figure out how to help players. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright, voice requests. So let us add let's do Or not. Okay, let's try.
I don't know what, but there we go. Working well now. So, great. Fine. Which is all working on fancy words upstairs.
Was that intelligible at all, or was it just gargled and awful? Alright, let's repair some tools. It sounded like a dying pug. What? I thought I got that fixed. I've been trying to get the voice modulator to work even better. I can't believe that didn't work.
Okay, what about that? Did that change anything, do anything, or is it just still awful? See, everyone's asleep. Still creepy works. Sounds like he sucked helium. Interesting. I guess I still have some work to do on that.
Alright, back to normal. Oh, game crashed? Okay, well, that's the first time I've crashed the game. I don't necessarily know that that's the game's fault. I was messing around with settings, so I guess while I'll pull it back up here, but before I do that, since we were talking about, I gotta show some stuff off really quick that was really cool. So, da, 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 da. Let's play this. Okay, so we went to the circus. I was just talking about the circus, right? And I was talking about how I got this new little action cam, and the camera pops out of that, and it goes on my hat, so I can wear it as like a first-person view. And like I'm so impressed with the quality of this camera. Now I'm not saying that like this is the best camera quality in the world, because it's not. I'm a professional photographer, right? I have cameras that can take better footage than this, but for it to be that small that I can wear it on my hat so I can get video that's this quality while I am also taking pictures is so cool. Like you can see me looking up and down, looking at the camera to take photos, and then you can see what I'm taking photos of. Like, I wanted this so bad, and this new camera just gives me the ability to do this so well. And I am so psyched about having the Go 3 for this exact thing. And I've recorded basically the half the show. Like, here's this foot juggler was super impressive. Like, at first I was like, foot juggling? That doesn't sound very interesting. But I'll be darned, this person had some real talent. Like, they started with small and they moved up to at like some point here they're doing hula hoops and a table and moving things around all at once. Like the coordination to do all those things at once was just super impressive. To have one foot kicking a table, one foot juggling, and then both hands moving in different directions to do things, like super impressive. Then they had a little guy come out do some regular just joke comedy good stuff. Like, I'm so happy with how this camera turned out. These dudes were impressive. They're like brothers who do like a strongman. Like, he's just planking by holding on to his brother's arm. Pretty darn impressive. So, again, I'm very happy with how well this camera quality turned out for me to be able to do all the different stuff. So I just want to show that off really quick. Let's turn the game back on. I'll be interested to see. I usually log out in my home, so I'll be interested to see if it logged me out in my house and I teleport back to it, or if you can just log out anywhere in the world and you turn it on and you're just like right back there in the world. So I guess we're gonna find out. I do like that the world has different flora and fauna depending on the day that you visit or the time that you visit. That keeps the world alive. It makes you go out during the day, go out during the night, that sort of thing. So, looks like it kept my location. So, that is really good. And some copper spawned in with us. So, that is really good too. So we need everything. We need copper. We need more stuff for the house. We need to go hunting. We need to go fishing. And I guess we got to talk to these folks and find out what they want so that we can turn stuff into them. Let's go find out what this person wants, I guess, since they're really close. Apparently I can't go in there. Stardust Latte, Jabroni. Interesting names. I will say maybe the filter is strong. I have not seen a name yet that offends me. I have not seen anything too bad. So let's grab some recipes for some furniture so we can make some new stuff. That's good. We always take new recipes. Change your palette to match the season. Alright, so what do you want this week? I'm making flower crowns and run out of Sundrop lilies. Okay, so I gotta pick up a Sundrop lily for her, which there should be one right here, so that's an easy request. If they're all that easy, this quest will be super fast. Like, you just sent me out to go pick that up. It was literally 10 feet out of your way. But, you know, if it gives me points, I'll take it. So, you wanted the Sundrop Lily. Alright, that's one request done. One easy quest down. Let's go do another one. Also, it was supposed to be 108 degrees today. It's unbelievable. Unacceptably hot. I cannot even fathom 108 degrees. Like, I'm glad and blessed that I get to work in AC and that we have, you know, a good AC unit at home. I could not imagine living somewhere where it's 108 degrees and you don't have a good AC. That's almost inhabitable. It makes it uninhabitable. It makes me think of that scene from King of the Hill, where they go to Phoenix and Bobby's like, the temperature says 120 degrees. It can't be that hot. And then he gets out of the car and he's like, oh, it's that hot. And Peggy says, Phoenix is a testament to man's arrogance. Just that's what I feel like. Dexter, it's 75 degrees here. I would gladly take 75 degrees. Fetch some furs. Okay, she wants fur. We can get some fur. I tried to turn my air off, but that was a lapse in judgment. You know, I know they say that like the ideal temperature in your house should be like 82 degrees to save the earth and to cut down on air conditioning and all that, but no. 82 degrees is basically a terrarium. Like, if I was a lizard, I would be happy in 82 degrees, right? Like, that's too much. 82 degrees is far too much. 82, sorry, Earth. Alright, so this guy won't tell me what he wants. So that's a pain. So we need fur still. We know one person wants fur. Who else can we find who wants? What does this person want? Gel. Fashions change daily. Okay, but what do you want this week? Eyeless minnow. Well, that's a huge pain in the rear. Also, speaking of things changing so you can come in here weekly and buy different things at the store, and then here's like the premium store. So I'm against premium stores, but considering the game is free, like, look at how wonderful some of these things are. And this is, of course, real money. But I don't mind paying for some skins in a game that was free. But if you're selling me a game like Diablo 4 that's $100 and you want a battle pass on top of that $100 and you have a premium store on top of that, like, that's too much greed. That's too much. I'll toss a small company or indie company a little bit here and there, but that's outrageous. But the stores do change like their stuff, so you can come in the store and buy things directly off the shelf. That's another terrible example. This one. Is this the one that has it? Yeah. So like this one's got a little candle. There's a little chess game, a Stein. And so you can come in here daily and purchase things kind of like Disney Dreamlight. I am too poor to afford any of this, so I have yet to make any of those purchases. But in theory, if you know how to make money, you could purchase those things. All right, what do you want? He's not going to tell me what he wants either. Okay, so I need fur and an eyeless minnow. That's a huge pain. I have no idea where to catch an eyeless minnow, so we need to get some stuff for hunting. We need to get our hunting tools. We need more copper. Do you want anything this week? No. Alright, well, let's go get the furs and the other supplies. Wild garlic. I found these glowing trees. I assume that there's something, but they're super hard to cut down. Like, as I cut this one down, you'll see it starts healing. One of them I was able to chop down, but it doesn't look like this one I can do enough damage to. So I have no idea, but I'm sure I'll figure that out eventually, which is, again, that's cool that the game's got some mystery, right? It's got some things to figure out and build up to. It doesn't just give it to you all at the start. Let's see here. We're hunting for things. There's something to hunt over there. This guy, I don't have enough money to afford these things. Stone bricks. Okay, I can make stone bricks for this guy. Okay, so furs and stone bricks. Those two we can do. That's a hide. We need to go find a choppa. Oh, I remember. I lost this train of thought, but I finally remembered what I was going to say like half an hour ago. I was talking about how how the tips in the game were good. That when like a NPC told you should visit this place at this time of night, it would give you bonuses. It would say, hey, that's where you actually find these things, as compared to old school games where, like, when you used to play Castlevania, for example, they would give you useless tips that didn't help you. You play like the old Legend of Zelda, and they're just like, hello, my name is Noel. Okay, that doesn't help me, Noel. Can anyone tell me how to throw away a knife? I have no idea how to throw away a knife. Can you just donate it to Goodwill? Is that unethical? Oh, I missed. Yeah, that's unethical. I mean, is the knife broken or is it just like dull? Like someone else could probably sharpen it, right? So it's not unusable per se. Unless it's actually like broken, then yeah, you probably can't do that. Dude, that deer took like 10 arrows. What the heck? I got nothing out of it. I just got some extra hide. We got 3 arrows left. We need to save those because we need to catch a chupa. So those deer are lucky, I guess, because we can't hunt them right now. We need to find the little rodent badger things. Grab the mushrooms. Talking to someone on Reddit, and people online are wrong often. That's not surprising. That shouldn't shock anyone. This person was trying to convince me that most people like their jobs and that most people get to live a life where they get to work the job they want to work and that it's not depressing or saddening or anything like that. And I cannot, in the history of the internet, that probably has to be the most wrong thing anyone has ever said. Like, I looked it up. I tried to find statistics to back it up, and the number that I found was 80%. 80% of people work a job that they don't like. And that was just like a quick Google search. So I had got to imagine that number's probably higher, right? That number's probably closer to like 90% of people. Sure, there's people who get lucky and they get to do, streaming for a living, or they get to do any of those things that they actually enjoy, but that's such the minority, right? For the average person, you're going to work a job that you don't like because that's what pays money, right? As they say, if it didn't pay, no one would do it, and if it was fun, people wouldn't pay you to do it. So I couldn't believe how absolutely wrong they were trying to convince me that most people like their jobs. And they're like, well, you're just projecting. You don't like your job, and I don't like my job. I'm very unhappy with my job right now, very stressed out with my job right now. So maybe I am projecting a little bit, but I gotta imagine that most people do not enjoy their work. Followed up on the wrongness. Did that person work? I have no idea if that person had to work or not. I have to assume no. We were talking about, someone asked, well, why does Reddit hate Catholics so much? And Reddit is very anti-Catholic, usually anti-religion. But we were talking about how if you look at the Reddit stats, the majority of Reddit is young people. We're talking like between 10 and 20 years old. Reddit is very, very young. And people are like, that's a really scary statistic. I was like, yeah, it is a kind of a scary statistic, but it gets scarier when you consider, there's full-on, lawyer subreddits and subreddits for, relationship advice, people telling you to break up with your significant other, and that when you realize that's just children, that's just a kid on the other end of that computer who's just making it up and telling you to make this huge decision to divorce your wife, or that you should or should not buy a car, or whatever it is, when you realize that's a literal child that you're taking advice from, that is a terrifying thought. And it's terrifying to me because there are people who legitimately go to Reddit for advice. And they get that advice and they take that advice. I don't know how many times I can say advice in one go here, but like I post on Reddit. I post a lot of stuff for Catholic content and helping people. And occasionally, like if there's a game I'm wondering about, or like I'm playing a lot of Warhammer, so I'm like, hey, how does this work in Warhammer, or something like that. I don't mind if it's advice from someone who's young or doesn't know what they're talking about, because I can fact check it, or I can say, okay, I was wrong, I got this instead. But like when you're talking about a decision, like should I leave my significant other? Should I invest in a car? Should I buy these things? And you're putting that information into a 13-year-old's hands and legitimately like pondering their input. Like I can't imagine how many marriages have been ended short or ruined by Reddit that could have stood a chance if, someone who was a professional was involved, if you got professional marriage counseling or those other things, versus letting a 13-year-old convince you that the right move is always to divorce and go to the gym. Like it is outrageous. I can't even begin to fathom making such huge decisions based on Reddit. I don't even know what more I can say on that, because I'm just gonna go in circles. It flabbergasts me to the max. All right, we need to turn in a fur at town hall to that one lady. Town hall's over here. Then we got to figure out how do player requests work. Need to figure out what to do there. To play devil's advocate, yes, listening to young kids is crazy, but the social part of social media is accepting many different opinions. And see, maybe I just use social media wrong. Maybe that is my problem, because I don't go on to social media typically to hear other people's opinions. I go on there to post my stuff because, streamer, social media, Catholic content, that sort of thing. And then I go there to enjoy entertainment. Like, I don't think I've ever gone to social media to actually listen to someone's opinion. Maybe that makes me a dirtbag, or not caring about other people's opinions, but like, I don't know. Like, I understand why people wouldn't want to listen to my opinions, mostly because they frustrate people, but also because, like, who cares what I have to say? Who am I? Like, if you're asking a Catholic question like that, who cares? Okay, well, that's someone who's educated in Catholicism and may know what they're talking about. Okay, that makes sense. So I guess to a degree that matters in the who cares question. But for the most part, when I make posts about, like, I like tacos with hot sauce, like, I don't expect anyone to care, right? Because the question of who cares is legitimate there. So unless they're like an expert in their field, or someone who has a meaningful input to provide, I feel like that's a valid question to answer. I know a lot of people get dismissed with, well, who cares? Like, I get it, but there is also that part of social media where it's like, okay, well, why are you commenting? Who cares? Like, if you don't care, you can just block me and move on. Like, you don't have to listen to me. You're not obligated to listen to me. That some people like to just come and listen to what I have to say for whatever reason. It really depends on the type of user. I'm only social on here. Most others I use as a tool of entertainment. See, that's where, to me, that's where, like, YouTube and all that was so much better when it was seen as entertainment. The fact that people legitimately look at, like, TikTok and YouTube as a source of entertainment, or not, as a source of information, as a news source, as like a professional source for finding jobs, and like, it ruined it. Though those are supposed to be for entertainment. The point of those is to be entertained, and the second we start taking it more seriously than that, we've got some serious problems, right? It should just be entertainment. That's all it's ever been, is entertainment. Alright, we need to make some arrows, make some smoke bombs. Make one more batch of those. Let's go cut some wood. And then put all of our stuff in the stuff. And then do the stuff. Got that. Also, I have an interview tomorrow, so, you know, keep me in your thoughts and prayers and hope that this interview goes well, because this interview would let me work back in my hometown and not have to drive 2 hours a day, and it would pay better, and it's a lot less stress. So I'm really, really hoping that this is the one. I really hope this interview goes well. It's tomorrow at 8 a.m., so here's hoping that I do well enough. Because I really want to stop driving to Portland every single day. It is too much. It's too much to drive to Portland every single day. Now let's get our stuff going here. Put some more wood in the chopper. Drop some stuff off. Meant to tell you, my job finally gave me my review. There was no review, just a raise, and a bad one at that, so I'm currently on the market. Was it like bad, like 25 cents bad? Because I've gotten raises for 25 cents, and as much as I want to call that insulting, like, I guess it's better than nothing, but it's pretty darn close to nothing. Not that bad. I don't blame you for wanting to find another job, though. I'm in the market too, but it's so hard and it's so frustrating, and like the whole process is just absolutely exhausting, right? Everyone wants you to customize intro letter and stand out and do all the things, and it's exhausting, right? I don't want to have to do all those things. I don't want to have to jump through all your hoops, especially since half the time, like, the job's not even open. You're not even hiring anyone. You're just leaving your applications open for whatever reason. Like, I hate having to jump through all the hoops, and for what? For nothing. For absolutely nothing. Alright, so let's get the loom going, and let's make some... What goes into a glass bulb? Alright. Rocks go into that, apparently. Alright, we got all of our machines going. We got tomato time. Water the last bits of the plants. Do you know what you're in the market for? Like, do you know what kind of job you're gonna try and get? Or is it, I'll take anything as long as it pays better? I guess that's how desperate is it to move on. Let's cook a vegetable stew. Alright. Now we have to chop the vegetables, and this is super tough. This is the hardest minigame ever. I suck at it. You've got to time. I don't know why I'm so bad at the timing on this. Like, I was great at Guitar Hero, so I don't know why my timing sucks so bad here. The cooking's pretty cool. And there we go. Made some hearty vegetable stew. Collect that. I'm not desperate, but I know I can make substantially more in this field with my skills. I really want to get into HR. Ooh. HR. I don't know if I could stand HR. HR is... That's a field, all right. HR is definitely one route to go. let's see here. That's making copper. That's doing its job. That's making ceramics. That's its job. Got planks going. We got glass. Need more rocks to make more glass when we log out. So let's make some rocks really quick. Rocks. No. These rocks are too big. It's not a whole lot out of these, but I'll take it. Found a key to something. We need that key. It's a quest item. Grab all that. And last one. There we go. Alright. Let's fill you up with more stones. So I'll be going for a little bit. Perfect. Alright. That does it for time today, I think. So as always, we'll end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day. Thank you for all that you do for me. Lord, today I ask that you help me with my job interview tomorrow, and help all people who are looking for jobs, people who have become frustrated with the job hunt, the job search. Lord, help those people who are trying to replace their jobs and find something to better provide for their family and their fellow man. Lord, help all of us who are looking for jobs. And finally, we pray for those souls who are in purgatory, those who have no one else to pray for themselves. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Dexter. I know there's a few other people who've been lurking. I know Emmy was lurking around here too, so it's good to hang out with you all today. Thanks for joining. I might stream tomorrow since I'm not working, but it is a holy day of obligation, so maybe not, because, holy day, gotta keep it holy. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, and we will see you again soon.